In today's video, I'll show you how to use the Essential Content Planner to simplify your social media. If you have a small channel, feel overwhelmed by social media, and want an easy to set up system to make sense of it all, keep watching. By the end of this video, you'll know all the key elements you need for a successful content career and how to use Notion to streamline your content creation. If you want to jump to a specific chapter, use the timestamps below. Let's begin. The beauty of this template is its one-page layout. Everything you need to plan and develop content lives here. The setup takes you 15 minutes, not 3 weeks. And it goes like this. Step 1. Duplicate the template in your Notion workspace. If you don't have a Notion account, you can create one immediately. Step 2 would be to empty all the databases except the platforms to start from a blank slate. If you're watching this while setting up your copy of the template, maybe leave this step until the end so you have the dummy data to familiarize yourself with this system. Anyways, here's how to delete the examples. Navigate to the bottom of the page and open the database toggle. Click on the first database to open it. Now move your mouse to the top left corner of the database menu. You'll see a checkbox appear. Check it to select all the pages. Now simply click on the bin icon to move everything to the trash. Repeat for each database and you're done. As for the platform database, you might want to check it out and see all the platforms that are already saved. And activate the one you're using right now. Just check the box in the Activate column. You can save your handle here and write down your best posting time if you know it already. As for the MPPW property, it refers to the minimum posts per week. You can decide how many times you will be posting on the platform weekly. Try to be realistic here, you can always edit this in the future. Or leave it blank if you don't need this metric. Lastly, you can input the current follower count. We'll explore the templates later. For now, let's go back to the main page. Okay, now you have set up your platforms and your active ones will appear in this section with the little summaries. If you open the second tab, you can see the full list and activate or deactivate platforms. But let's say you want to add a new platform. Let's say you're on Substack. Well, you can add a platform on either of these tabs, but if you add it to the active tab, the new platform will of course have a checked active box. Let's add Substack as an example. Rename the page, and if you want a personalized icon like the ones you see here, you can use Icons 8 to find a suitable icon. Download the one you prefer, like this one, then go back to the Substack page, click on its icon, and then click on Upload. That's it. Now you input all the data you want using the properties here, and click off the page to save. You have successfully added a new platform. And since we are on the subject of platforms, let me quickly show you the template. Let's open the Instagram page. If you scroll down, you'll see that the body is populated with data. This is the platform template, and here you can go into the specifics of every channel or platform you use. You can save your profile picture, write down an optimized bio, and start collecting content ideas for this platform using this section. Simply add a new page and jot down your idea. Once you're ready to create a full post, you have a couple of options. Either change the status of your idea to researching or scripting, or move the page from the idea bank to the pipeline below using the 6-dot icon here. The content pipeline shows you all posts you're working on for Instagram, and you can drag and drop pages into different columns to change their status. Whenever you're working inside a platform page, every post you add or edit will of course be linked to that specific platform. So you can be hyper-focused on Instagram, for example, and maintain a coherent content flow. Now let's exit the platform and look at the second step you need to take, implementing your branding and adding your personal touch. You can edit the cover, add your name or your brand's name here, and replace the image to make the template yours. Next, you should write down your channel statement. What is your mission as a social media presence? For example, here it says, my channel is about teaching small business owners and creative systems to simplify and organize their workflow and everyday life. This is basically main canvas statement. You can input yours, so all your marketing and social media strategy can revolve around this core value. The next natural step would be to define your content pillars. You can find them here with a few examples. You can either delete these examples or click on Edit and write down your own. Great! Now you have the core elements around which your content strategy can develop. You have established what your channel mission is, what you will talk about, and who you will help. Plus, you have set clear and specific content pillars to inform your strategy. One thing to note is that just like the platforms, all pillar pages have a template that allows you to focus on one topic at a time and plan content you want to create around each one. This helps you maintain focus and clarity. Now that you have defined all key elements of your content machine, let's go back to the top and see the other sections. Let's look at the left column. Below the statement, there's an automated summary that shows you today's date, the number of scheduled posts for the current day and month, and all tasks due today. You don't need to touch this card as it pulls data from other databases and compiles the summary each day. If you want to quickly add a content idea, a task, or a resource, you can use the buttons in this section. Below, you can list all your links for easy access. In my version of the template, I have the YouTube channel, Pinterest, and our shops linked here. Below the pillar section, you can also list all your affiliate links and discount codes if you work with brands. There's a little brain dump block to quickly jot down notes, and finally, you see the repurposing library. This is a list of posts you marked as repurpose, meaning they performed well on the platform, so it's worth A, reposting them in the future, and B, creating different versions of the same post to publish on other platforms. For example, this YouTube video can become an Instagram carousel or reel, a series of pins, or a TikTok video. This way you can build on proven content and maintain a healthy library of posts. With a solid repurposing library and idea bank, it's very hard to run out of content ideas. Okay, let's say you want to repurpose the first post we saw. You can duplicate it by right-clicking on the post's name and selecting Duplicate. Change the properties of the platform and the type, and rework the script to fit the new content framework. Then, either drag the post into the calendar if it's ready to publish, or simply change its status to see it in the pipeline. Deselect the repurpose checkbox and start working on your next post. The content pipeline contains all posts you're working on in different stages, from researching to scheduled. You can drag and drop posts between different columns to update the status. This section allows you to see everything you're preparing and decide when to schedule all completed posts. You can drag a post directly into the calendar or edit the publish date. Let's briefly talk about posts. This planner does include a series of templates for all major post types. So let's say you want to create a new post. You can do it from your pipeline by clicking on Add New Page here. Click it and a new card will appear, asking you to name the page. Let's open the page so we can see better. Give the page a title, which would be the title of your post. Before touching any property, scroll down to see the list of all post types. These are the databases templates you will find in the Essential Content Planner. Each one is made to guide you while creating content. Let's select the YouTube video as an example. You will see the production notes and the blueprint appear. Now, let's go back to the properties. The icon, the platform, and the type have been updated. You can then edit the rest. You can decide on a publish date, link a specific content pillar, write the link of the post once it's published. If it's a sponsored post, check the box and add the affiliate link if you have one. You have the checkbox to repurpose it, and the engagement rate is calculated automatically, but more on that later. Now, you're all set to start creating an amazing YouTube video. You have the pre-production checklist, the reference links, the script and the outline, resources, production and post-production checklist, and a publishing checklist, and also a space to embed the video once it's live. Every template is made according to its platform, and you can edit it to fit your personal workflow. To edit any database template, including the platform and pillars templates, do the following. Bring your mouse to the top right corner of the database menu and click the down arrow on the blue button. The template menu shows you the list of all templates. You can add new templates, delete, or edit the current ones. Click on the three dots next to the template you want to modify and select Edit. The template page will open with this yellow banner, meaning you are not editing a random page but a database template. From here, you can make your edits and modify the template to your liking. Once you're done, click off the page to save your work. Next time you select the template, the new version will appear. Now you know how to add a new post, use the templates to save time and work on the pipeline. Let's look at the monthly content calendars. The first calendar shows all scheduled and published posts across all platforms. You can reschedule a post by dragging and dropping its card. Along with the general calendar, you have different views for different platforms and one for sponsored content. These views are the same as the first one with the exception of a filter. For example, the YouTube calendar has a filter set to Platform Contains YouTube. If you're not on YouTube and want to delete this calendar, simply click on its name and select Delete View. This action will delete only this specific view of the content database, but won't alter the source. That's one of the beauties of Notion. If you like, you can also rename a view and change its filter to see posts relating to another platform. Now it's time to look at the idea bank, which is right beneath the calendar. This section is in a toggle for a better layout. Your idea bank can become quite long, so it makes sense to have it on a toggle you can close when you don't need it. This area will collect all your content ideas. You can also save high-performing pieces of content that your competitors made, so you can analyze them and make your own version with your own voice and point of view. Once you sit down to plan your week, your idea library will help you to fill up your calendar. So no more blank page panic. Grab an idea you'd like to develop and change its status so it will go straight to the pipeline. There are two more sections below the idea bank. One is dedicated to your analytics. It lists all published posts for the current month. For each, you will input the total views, the likes, the comments, and the shares, and the database will calculate the engagement rate. Based on the performance, you can then decide which posts are worth repurposing. This is a very straightforward way to analyze your posts and have a clear understanding of the monthly performance of every single piece of content, especially if you're just starting out. You can and should, of course, integrate this with all platforms' analytics for a deeper analysis. If you want to see only this week's posts, for example, or all the content for this year, change the filter settings here. Finally, the resource library. This is a bonus space for you. I use the resource library to collect all the assets that make my content creation easier. For example, I have some interesting videos with tips to write better scripts or make compelling thumbnails. You can also collect branding resources, marketing kits to share with sponsors, email templates, and so on. Use this as your toolkit to gather everything you will normally find scattered across 12 different folders or apps, so you don't feel stressed out while creating amazing content. Okay, we have one last section left and it's at the top of the page. I have included a task list. This is a nice add-on to help you organize all the ins and outs of your daily workflow. You have a view for today's tasks, one for completed tasks, and one for all tasks, grouped by month. Great, the tour is concluded. You now know how to use the Essential Content Planner to streamline your content creation. If you need a more complex tool with a sponsor manager, product launch blueprints, finances, a library of viral hooks, and much more, check out the Complete Content Planner linked below.